Hey guys, so yes, first of all, I'm alive. We came out of our 2-week hiatus that we decided last minute to take, and then I got felled by this disgustingly horrible strep throat virus. I was running a fever of like 102.5, so I didn't get to do last week's video. I'm hoping to get time to put something together because I thought it was a really awesome topic as my phone goes off. Yay! Um, so yeah, I didn't get to do it because I was pretty much laid up in bed. But I'm here, I'm back, and yes, as you noticed, the hair is gone. I decided that I'm just going to cut it all off and start again, which I seem to do a lot. I don't know why. But anyway, that's a whole other topic in and of itself. So this week's theme is our belief in the afterlife. And it's a very interesting theme because everyone's views on the afterlife are very different and convoluted, and mine specifically is, first of all, foremost, yes, I believe in one. But at the same time, I also believe in reincarnation. So it's kind of like this weird juxtaposition of I believe in the existence of an afterlife, but I also believe that you're passed along to another life form. Um, First and foremost, it goes down to the base form of everything being energy. That is at the base foundation of my belief. I believe in energy, raw, primal chaos in and of itself, just energy that's out there, and we're all made of it. And there's actually an interesting fact, and I don't know the actual quote of it, but basically what it says is that there is not a single molecule in the human body that goes to waste. There is energy, and that energy is absorbed back into the world in some way, shape, or form. Um, and that kind of goes hand in hand with what I believe. I believe that energy drives us. I believe there is the creative force that puts us through our daily life and motivates the life within us. You know, our ability to breathe, our ability to walk and live. And when we die, when that machine kind of stops, I don't necessarily think, okay, that's it. There's just a black void and there's nothing left. What I personally believe is it's kind of like you're taking a step foot out of the mortal coil, or I'm a step backwards out of the mortal coil, shuffling it, and you're absorbed back into the energy around us. So in a way, it's kind of like we're constantly walking around in this giant sponge, this freaking pudding of jello or something that, you know, when we're done, when we, you know, leave the mortal body, we just kind of get absorbed back into it. Now, I believe in the recycling of it, and this is where it goes into like meeting someone that you feel like you've known before and true loves and people believing in past lives and that kind of thing. I don't necessarily believe that it's a isolated tunnel from one form to another, and I don't necessarily believe that when you go into the afterlife, you're 100% all there. I kind of believe that the energy, you know, it comes out of your body and when you die, and it kind of is this mass that as it travels and as it's around, you know, it has the outside of it that little particles of it will drift off and be absorbed back into the world. um, and those particles can become fragments. They can become something that is absorbed into another person's new life being formed through reincarnation. And that's why, you know, it's kind of like I might run into somebody that I'm like, wow, I have an amazing connection with you. I feel like we know each other. I feel like we've met before, or we're like the same person. To me, when that happens, it's kind of because in the past, when a life form died and its energy was, you know, absorbed back into the fold, while it was traversing the path, whether it was going to reincarnation or going somewhere, it was just absorbed into the world again. And when it was coalesced into a new form, particles of various other life forms are put back into one, and that new life form is created. Well, at the same time, someone else was being created, and those two separate entities have particles from a previous entity. So when they meet, they're like, wow, I feel like I know you. I feel really comfortable. This is really a hard concept for me to explain, but I hope it kind of makes sense what I'm getting at. Now, as far as the existence of an afterlife, I do believe that there is, you know, this ghost, basically. That when you die, there is the possibility of you not moving on to another life form, of you not being reincarnated, or part of you being reincarnated, but then part of you stays. It's not cut and dry. It's not black and white, in my opinion. I have encountered ghosts. We've kind of touched on this previously in the channel. And the presence of the afterlife, I believe that if there is a strong desire not to move on, if there is a strong desire not to, you know, let yourself be completely absorbed, you kind of have that particle, you know, you die, you have your soul. And your soul's sitting there amidst the energy, and parts of it, yeah, they're being kind of picked away and absorbed, but that basic core of you that doesn't want to move on, that doesn't want to break apart and be absorbed back and then go into a new life, it stays there. And this is how you have the echoes of ghosts. This is how you have poltergeists and, you know, various things that are kind of like, yeah, that was a person, but it doesn't seem like they're all there. You know, a ghost is basically, they say, like an echo of an existence. And that to me is how, you know, you'll come across the hauntings where the ghost is quote unquote doomed to repeat the same action over and over again because the core of that being was stuck in that instance. Maybe it was a tragic death. Maybe it was some unfinished business that they feel they need to stay there. So they're constantly attached to that specific instance, if that makes sense. Um, but at the same time, I do also believe in other planes of existence and a plane of death, a plane of, you know, basically spirits that have gone on but have decided, no, you know, I'm done. I don't want to be born again. So I do believe in the sense of people can create their own heaven, their own hell. I don't believe that there's these solid places where it's like heaven up here, hell down here, or Elysium, or purgatory, or, you know, so on and so forth. What it all boils down to is a lot of it is conceptualization. We make our own hell. Um, I am very, very much a fan of the belief that we are what we, we make what we believe. And what we believe is made. So it's the power of self-actualization. So when you die, if you believe you're going to hell, then yes, your spirit believes that to such an extent that you create your own hell. I can't, I find it hard to completely believe that there is one or more specific places that we go 100% when we die, because science tells us that we are made of energy, energy that is constantly being assaulted and broken apart and put back together. So I can't find myself saying, oh yeah, you die, you go here, or you go here, or you're born again. So that's kind of my view on the afterlife. It's a little bit chaotic, but then what do you expect from me but chaos? I mean, come on. In other news, I am happy because this week is my 33rd birthday. On Saturday, I will be turning 33. And the topic of the afterlife actually goes very well for this week. For those of you who follow my personal channel, you'll also know that one of my very dear friends died 2 years ago. We share the same birthday, so this is actually a very important week for me emotionally and spiritually because I feel like I connect with my friend Chris, and on my birthday, it's a celebration of my life and his as well. So I found this topic very fascinating, and it kind of went very well with what I'm going through this week. I feel that he's always near me. I've seen him. I feel his presence. And so it's that thing, you know, I had a connection with this person, and I feel that part of them is with me. Is that 100% all of them? No, because part of him is also with his family. Part of him is also with his friends, his other friends. Um, it's very convoluted. The concept of the afterlife and what I believe could go on for hours. But anyway, I'm really excited that we're back from our hiatus, guys. And I do promise I am working on credits. I just am so swamped with a lot of stuff in the rest of my life right now that it's hard for me to find the time to like sit down and actually work on something. But I am working on them when I can, and I will try to get them. I might just very well go back to what we originally had and just add Dean's picture. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go back and play Darksiders 2. Speaking of Afterlife, I'm playing a game where you play death. It's kind of awesome. But I will see you guys next Wednesday. See ya.